Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to my channel. It's Josh. This is going to be part 2 of my Seiko Turtle StrapCode experimentation. Part 1, or the first video on it that I uploaded here, was me showing you guys my brand new solid gold Seiko Turtle. If you want to know more about this particular watch and this combination, go and watch that video. It should be up around the same time. I'll put the thumbnail in here so you know what to look for. And what we're going to be doing here in this video is I bought the silver version for John's PADI Turtle over there. So let me show you before we get into that really quickly. This is the bracelet that comes on the Turtle. You know, it's nice enough for the price, I guess, but you know, these bracelets aren't, they just feel hollow, they feel cheap. If you look on the outside here, you know, you can kind of see it looks like we have maybe a 3 or 5 piece link here, right? But when you flip it over and you actually look at the link, they're just solid pieces kind of with like indentations on them to make it look like it's fancier than it is. But you can really tell in the hand, like as soon as you put this guy on, you can tell that it's nothing, you know, super great. The one thing that I have never understood with Seiko's bracelets is they just, like, why does this have to be so big if these are all just, you know, single one-piece links? It just feels like they made the bracelet as big as they could to try to make it feel hefty, like quality hefty, but it didn't work. I don't know, when you put this on the wrist and you're wearing it around, this just feels, it feels clunky, it feels cheap, it doesn't feel good at all. But you know, at $300, I can't really complain all that much. But from the very beginning when John got that watch, I've been looking for a new bracelet for it. And then, of course, when I got my gold turtle, this was not going to cut it, although they don't even make a gold version of this. But I did not want a typical Seiko bracelet. So when I got my solid gold turtle, and again, if you want the story of this watch, go watch that video. I decided, what the heck, I just order the, you know, the gold bracelet and see how it, you know, see how it feels, see if I like it. I really like this bracelet. I've been really impressed by it. It feels great in the hand. All of the, even the inside of the hardware is really nice and plated in gold. We've got a really nice push button deploy into action. We've got a nice clasp over top. So anyway, let me put this guy aside. I'm going to put this guy aside as well because we no longer, like, I really want to throw this away now. So this is how you get it from StrapCode. And you can see we have the StrapCode name there and kind of like a nice, like, you know, code, barcode. Okay, so here we go. This is pulling it out of the little plastic bag it comes in. And you can see we've got tape on the back. We've got these really interesting, like, rubber... I've actually never seen this on a watch bracelet before, but we have these kind of, like, rubber tips here on the end. And basically, let me see if I can do this without losing it. These are basically to hold the spring bar in there. So you can see if we let that guy fall out. I'm going to put this aside just because we need those. Even though Seiko's, like the Turtle, comes with really nice end links or really nice spring bars, we actually need these because the lug lines up a little bit differently here on this strap. So hold on to them, don't just throw them away, and you'll need to make sure that you save the originals from the Turtle as well. So you can see here, like, I mean, look at this, really, really nice. This almost feels like the kind of plastic wrapping that you get on like a brand new Seiko. Now I think, yeah, I'm just going to peel this off because we need to size it anyway. So really nice plastic wrap on the outside here. Tape. There is another piece of tape on here, so that's why it looks like there's scratching, but you can see that there that it is just a tape layer. I'm going to leave that on for now just because I may be putting it down here on the table and I don't want that back clasp to get scratched. Now this guy is really easy to size, so let me just show you. I'll take out a couple lugs because I'll need John to actually, you know, put this on so I can size it properly. But if we look on here, it's really, really nice how they did it. So rather than having, you know, the little bars where you have to pound them out and hold the cuff and all that kind of thing, these are screwed in on one side. So I don't know, can you guys see this here? We have screws here on one side, but not here on the other. And I really like that because all you have to do, so I'm just going to take out one lug for now, or one link for now. This is a screwdriver, like from an eyeglass repair kit, that size screwdriver. And all you have to do, can you see this? Is this focusing for you guys? All you have to do is push that guy in there and take out the screw that's here on the edge. So all you've got to do is take out the little screw head there. And if you pull that out, you can actually pull out the whole bar. and now the link comes apart. So that's a really nice, really secure way to do it. I wish Seiko actually did this with their watches. Omega and some of the higher end divers do, and they have the screw in kind of like the bars there between the links. We also do, by the way, have, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 6 micro adjustments here. So even though we don't have half links on the bracelet, you do have 6 kind of micro adjustments there. So I think for the most part, anybody is going to be able to get a nice fit from this bracelet. I'm going to see if I can do this on camera for you guys so you can see it. If not, I may have to cut it, and I apologize. So the turtles are easy because, you know, if you've seen a turtle before, we actually have a drilled lug here, so I can just push this guy in and pop out the spring bar there. I've never had to do this like on camera before, so forgive me. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, so I apologize. The table that I have set up here is really not, you know, designed or made for any kind of like in-person demonstration here. So I just went ahead and popped these guys in. I was like, my hand was in front of the camera and it was a hot mess. So anyway, I apologize that I didn't get to show you guys actually how this goes in. But I assume that you all know how to take spring bars out and put a different, you know, bracelet in. But you can see here, before we put on the other side, I wanted to show you that this is just how it sits in there. So it sits really, really nicely into the turtle's case. On the outside here, you can see the angle does not exactly match, like the curvature here does not exactly match, but nobody's going to notice that from a distance. Okay, so let me show you side by side here. So here is our stock Seiko bracelet on the right here, and here is our StrapCode bracelet on the left. And look how much nicer that looks. I mean, we have a true 3-piece lug here, where on the turtle we have kind of just this, again, the oversized, the kind of single piece designed to look like, you know, 3-piece lug. I mean, that drapes so beautifully, right? Look at that. Look at the clasp. We have a machined clasp in here. You don't have a dive extension on this one, on the StrapCode bracelet. Again, I don't think that that's going to be a big deal for most people. If I, you know, personally, if I were taking this diving, I would put a rubber strap on, and I would go with a Crafter Blue rubber strap. See my samurai video if you want more information on that particular Seiko mod. But, you know, just for kind of like everyday wear to the office, wear, you know, about your daily life, this strap is perfect for most people. You know, the other thing about not having a dive extension, and the reason I don't think it's like a big deal breaker or anything, is while the dive extensions are great for the 1% of the population who will use them, they add a lot of heft and they add a lot of like thickness to the bracelet. So I've been rambling. Let me put this other side on there, and I will come back and show you guys the watch in its entirety. Alright guys, so here we go. We've got our brand new StrapCode bracelet all hooked up to our PADI Turtle. You can see that our end links are sitting in there really, really nicely in the turtle's case. This does not look aftermarket. Like, you know, that's the one thing with metal bracelets where, you know, sometimes you run the risk of it looking aftermarket. You run the risk of things looking kind of out of place, like it doesn't belong. This bracelet elevates the look and really, really makes this watch look more high-end now, I think, for sure. Now, we aren't done just yet with our Seiko bracelet. What I would recommend you do is the original spring bars that we took out of the turtle here. I'm going to keep them in the original Seiko bracelet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those little rubber end cuff things that we got with the StrapCode bracelet, and I'm going to put the spring bars back in, and then again, same thing. I'm going to basically do what StrapCode did before they shipped it out to me. So now we've got our spring bar saved right there in the end of the Seiko bracelet. I'm going to put this guy away. Hopefully we'll never have to bring it out again. And yeah. Okay, so here we go. We have our two turtles. We have gold turtle and we have a silver turtle on the gold bracelet, and we have the silver turtle on a silver bracelet. I don't know, you guys, I can't tell you how much nicer these watches look, how much nicer they feel in the hand. But let me show you how this silver one looks here on the wrist. Okay, let me pull that back. Look at how nice that is now. Look at how, again, the kind of more petite links here. This sits really, really nicely on the wrist. If I had it sized, of course, it would be more appropriate. And again, you know, even though the Turtle is such a big watch, like this is like, what, 44, 45 millimeters with the kind of pillowcase case, it doesn't feel that large. It doesn't feel that big. It feels really comfortable to wear. So let me take this guy off. This one is obviously, again, not sized. I'm going to put my gold one on. This is sized for me, and I'll show you exactly how these guys sit. Again, this case is huge, but there's something about this bracelet that makes it quite wearable. Like, this doesn't feel obnoxiously heavy, it doesn't feel obnoxiously large, because again, we've got the really kind of petite lugs or links. These aren't, again, they're just not thick. They don't feel like kind of overly hefty. This watch is really actually quite comfortable to wear. We're not getting any of the kind of play that you get with the Seiko bracelet where it's kind of clinking and clanking. Again, we've got the really nice deployant clasp. I've probably said all of this like 10 times in this video. So anyway, this strap is just such a great option, I think, for anyone who has a turtle, regardless of which turtle it is that you have. If you have the gold one, go for the gold bracelet. If this isn't too much for you, I think this is really beautiful. If you have any of the silver turtles, go for the silver. And look at the way that these guys play with the light. I mean, that's just, it's beautiful. It really, really elevates the watch. If we turn these guys around here, I may have this one on backwards. But you can see really, really nice machined clasp. We've got a really, really nice machined kind of the clamshell section here. Everything, like the brushing on here is done really nicely. I mentioned it in the gold Seiko video, by the way. I don't have any hesitations right now about this guy chipping off, or like the gold, you know, the gold plating chipping off. I think it's done quite well. I haven't seen anything that would give me cause for concern. And I have been wearing this guy out, you know, not like terribly frequently, but I wore it over the weekend, this past weekend. And you can see I am getting scuffing and scratching there, like really hairline scuffing and scratching. But I don't see anything that would give me cause for concern. Like, it looks like there's a decent amount of gold plating on here, so that even if you are getting hairline scratches and scuffing, it's not kind of like breaking through the coating down to the actual stainless steel. Alright guys, so wrapping this video up, this has been the StrapCode 22mm. I don't even know if this guy has a name. I'll put the link to it in the description box below. They actually have a bunch of different options. They have a couple really nice Jubilee bracelets. They're really, really beautiful, but I don't think that they are necessarily like the best choice for a turtle. I think that this is a really nice choice for the turtle, because I think that, again, you know, the turtle is such a large watch where the Jubilee bracelet is a little bit dainty and more jewelry-like, and so to me it doesn't necessarily match the turtle as well. So, anyway, with all that said, I'm really, really thrilled. I highly suggest for any of you who have turtles out there that you give these a look and maybe even a shot. I can't recommend these enough. I'm thinking of one person in particular, Jody Sylvia. I know that you have at least one turtle. And I would highly recommend, I think yours is silver. I think you told me before that yours is one of the silver ones. So I would really, really recommend that you take a look at one of these. So I'm going to wrap it up there because I'm rambling. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to know more about my gold turtle, go and watch the gold turtle video. For all the rest of you, I will see you in another video real soon, and take care.